Well, good morning from sunny, hot Fukuoka. Now, I say it's hot, it's not humid, thankfully. I can deal a bit more with just plain heat than the humidity. But anyway, I'm making my way to the train station now, or the underground station. Gonna go out and check out a place called Nanzoin Temple. And from what I've heard about there from the people in the hostel, it's got something pretty damn cool. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out. But on my way to the train station, I've seen on the map that there's a little temple or a shrine, so I just want to pop by that just to see if it's anything worth it. No, if it's not, no harm done. Let's go. That was nice. Well, good morning from hot, warm, sunny Fukuoka. Hot, warm. Anyway, I'm on my way to a place called the Nanzoin Temple. But before I go to the subway to get there, I came across a little shrine. Actually, never mind. I think it's bigger than I thought. Wow. Sorry for the scrunching of my shoes, I can't help it. It's really nice though. Now I've got one of those stones stuck in my shoe. Yeah, so of course you wash your hands of these when you're going to worship. And then you wash out your mouth as well with a little bit of water usually. You put it in your hand and then you don't directly do it from the ladle. Yeah, it's pretty cool to just come across this on the way. Anyway, the Nanzoin Temple that I'm going to is known for something quite special, which I won't tell you until we get there. But the people in the hostel, the staff there and other guests, they said it to me that they've been there and it's worth checking out. And actually, funny enough, this is one of the places that has brought in a tourist charge. So if you're not a long-term resident, or if you're not a Japanese national, you have to pay 300 yen to go and see this temple area. So I'm the unfortunate one that has to pay 300 yen. Oh no. But there's another thing that's on my mind, and it's a bit of a dilemma. How long am I going to be stuck with this coffee cup for? Well, I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to make noise with these, but they do make musical noises. Maybe I have to hit them with something metal. So I've arrived in Nanzoin and I'm on my way to the temple to pay the extra fee for being a foreigner. So the train journey here took about 20 minutes. It was fine, very quiet, nice comfortable seats. Couldn't really ask for much more, to be honest. Small little shrine here. Of course, there's an awful lot of tourists here as well. I've seen a group of people come in, damn Westerners came in, and all in like the same coloured t-shirts, so I guess they're part of a big tour group. I'm thinking, oh great, here we go. But you know, look, everyone wants to see it, so you can't take that away from them. There they are over there, and on this side, all in their luminous green. There's a little temple over here. Check that out. There's nothing around the left. I know there's something around the right, but usually I do check if the doors are open, but thankfully when I was walking up here there was a couple of people that had tried already, so I knew not to make a fool of myself. The lone candle. Anyway, look, I'm gonna make my way up. Isn't this pretty nice? Look at it. This mini torii gate. And turtles, oh my god. Okay, so I'm on my way up towards the temple. Now, you might notice that I'm wearing these. And that's because when I was coming up, the security guard, the guy at the door, he's at the entrance gate. He pointed at tattoos and he said no, so he had all of the stuff there to cover them up. So I feel very, very overdressed for this heat. Pretty cool. See this big group. I've just come across this little cave. Oh, it just brings you down to that waterfall. Okay, never mind. Wow. Check that out. That's not the Buddha now. Now this temple wasn't actually always located here. It was located on a place called Mount Kolya. I don't really know where that is, but I know it's not here. And it was moved because in the late 1800s there was anti-Buddhist authorities in that area and they wanted to get rid of that temple, so they decided to relocate it here. And eventually they did. But it's funny because this place is associated with winning the lottery. And that's because, hold on, apparently a few years back the main priest put his lottery ticket next to a statue of Daikoku and he won the main lottery a few days later, so a lot of people come here to kind of try and up their luck a little bit. Just come out of that tunnel, look at this. Beautiful. Now we're about to see the main attraction. Oh my goodness. Wait till you get a load of this. Are you ready for it? No. I don't think you're ready, but we'll go for it. Look at this beast. Oh my god. Size of it. So that's the Siaka Nehanzao. Look at the size, but when you see the people beside it. It's actually the biggest bronze statue of the reclining Buddha in the world. It's 41 meters long and 11 meters high. Oh my god. It weighs about, I think it's 300 tons. Around 300 tons, but my god. Just look at it. Oh man. It's all well and good me showing you this, but you don't realise it until you're in person looking at this. Just how massive it is. Oh my god. Just look how big the foot is, like, you know? This is my head height up to like the big toe. Crazy. Oh my god. Mix ice cream on the gashi. Arigatou gozaimasu. Now, it says the green was a special flavour, which is why I got mixed, because I didn't know what special flavour was, but as I'm eating it, it is a matcha, but not fully. It has kind of a minty flavour as well as matcha kind of flavour, but so refreshing. So that was 300 yen, about €1.50, which is pretty good, like, for an ice cream. You know, it's a decent size one. It's real creamy, so on a hot day like today, this is going down absolutely perfectly. Actually, a little interesting fact for you about the Nazoin Temple. So the Nazoin Temple has been sending medical supplies to children in Nepal and Myanmar for many, many years. And as a thank you, the Buddhist Congress of Myanmar sent the ashes of the Gautama Buddha over here to the Nazoin Temple. And they've actually got the ashes inside of that Buddha. So there's just a little interesting fact for you. I think that's pretty cool. Now, oftentimes when you're in Japan, you'll see these Jizo statues around. So they're usually in the style of a child, and they usually wear like a little knitted red cap. And Jizo is like a bodhisattva, which is what would you say? It's a Buddhist being who has been enlightened, but they're delayed. They delay going to nirvana so that they can help other people. And Jizo is the protector of children and of travelers. So it's a protector of children, as in children who have died before their parents are stillborn, miscarriages, children who've just died not long after being born. So people often leave offerings there if they're mothers, for example, that have lost children. in hopes that these offerings will help the child to enter nirvana. Also, the red hats on them is a symbol because red is the colour that's supposed to ward off bad spirits. You often see them also at the side of roads. As I said there, Jizo is also the protector of travellers, so at the side of a road people might leave an offering at this statue because they want a peaceful journey to wherever they're going, which is quite nice. But you see them everywhere, these red statues, or statues with red hats, so that's exactly why you see them. Now that's the path down, but this is interesting me, and I do not know what that says, so I'm gonna just go up a little bit and see what's up there. While I'm walking up here, I just want to point out these things are actually fantastic when I've been out in the sun at the Buddha. Yeah, it feels so good, like not having the sun directly on you. And I've got sun cream on, you know, I'm not that stupid, but now I get why people wear them all the time here, you know, because as a tourist you see people wearing them and you're like, oh god. And people bringing like umbrellas around, you know, when it's sunny. I tell you, they're on to something good. This little shrine, now this is not all the way up the steps, this is just a bit up. I tell you one thing, these are a lifesaver from the sun. I know I'm not wearing it for that reason, I'm wearing it because you have to cover up tattoos in the temple area. But I've noticed that when I'm at the Buddha, for example, your arms are nice and cool. And you know, before this I was like, you know, you see people wearing them and you say like, what the hell, like come on, you know, put on some sun cream. But that's coming from me, an idiot who was most exposure to the sun in Ireland is like what, 3 weeks of summer during the year. So I really don't have a clue what I'm even talking about. Well, okay, so this is what the stairs lead to, but there's stairs at the bottom back there before I went up to the Buddha, and I guess the stairs I went up and these stairs that go all the way down, they meet, so it's pretty nice, isn't it? I'm gonna start walking down the stairs anyway. So anyway, this big guy, Fudo Mio O, he might look quite scary and menacing, but he's actually not. He's pretty cool. He's a defender of the faith that guides you past temptation and towards a path of enlightenment. But I do accept that he certainly looks very scary and evil, but he's not. Now over here I see a giant maneki neko. You know the little cats that people have, the little good luck symbols where the cat stands like this? Well, over here they've got a gigantic one. Hold on. So that was a little look at the Ranzoin temple. I quite liked walking around there, it's pretty nice. I'm going to go back and give the security guy back his garments now. They're not his, I swear I didn't take his ones. He just happened to be using them, giving them out. I think we might take a look around this little town, you know that? Just because I'm in the village, town might be a bit of a big word. It's more of a village, I think, from when the train was coming in, that's what it looked like, you know. But I don't know what's around. Maybe just take a walk around and see how relaxing it is, kind of rural in a way. It's about 20 minutes outside of the city, so just see what life is like around here and see what we can see. So this is it, the little town. I thought it was a village, but it's actually not. The town of Sasaguri. It used to be a village, but in the late 1800s it was upgraded to town status, and in the 50s it actually annexed another little town called Seto, close enough to here, so it's kind of all part of the same town now. You'll see a lot of these when you're going around Japan. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. You probably can. It's a pretty big spider, at least big by standards for spiders that I'm used to seeing at home. And you've got a few little shrines around this town as well. This little one just at the roadside. There's a little shrine up here too, but it's a bit risky to cross the road here, so I'm not quite sure I want to risk my life just for that, you know. You can go across. I do see a couple more shrines over here. But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a small town, it's fine, nothing wrong with that. I guess the main attraction is Nanzoin Temple. Actually, you might not be able to see it on the camera, but up here is the head of the Buddha. The giant Buddha, you can see his head from down here. I never realised that when I got off the train. Let's go and check over here. Well, that was just a little look around Sasaguri. Very small village, as I said. Just got, well, town technically, but just has a few shrines around it that are interested, and you know, it's peaceful. It is pretty peaceful. So I'm gonna head back into Fukuoka now, but this village is actually part of a larger pilgrimage, the Sasaguri Shikoku temple pilgrimage. So there's 88 temples along this 50-kilometer route, and to go to all of them, it says it takes about 7 days of hiking or walking. So it's quite interesting. I won't be doing that, but fair play to anybody who actually does complete the whole thing. 50 kilometers might not be a lot over 7 days, but like 88 temples is still quite a lot to be done. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Just wanted to give you a look at this Nanzoin temple, which I've really loved walking around. Love that Buddha thing, it was pretty cool. So I'm going to head back to Fukuoka, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.